I want to do another quick video on the stock market. Still seeing a lot of analyst videos trying to call a top in this market. Seriously, why do you listen to these people listen to these idiots? The stock market is discounting a reopening of the global economy. It's not going to top until after that happens. And then at that point, we're going to see how much damage politicians have done with their stupid, ridiculous, idiotic policies, and whether or not the economy can recover from this ignorant um, attempt to control Mother Nature. And that's the point at which this rally will top and then start to move down. Like I've said, I'm expecting 2 daily cycles, so that's going to put the next intermediate cycle low probably sometime in late to mid-June, maybe even into July. So, when you see these Elliott wave videos or any of these technical videos, these morons just have no idea what they're doing. They don't understand what's happening here. Intermediate sentiment is still very bearish. There's no threat of running out of buyers yet. People are still having to chase, mostly because they keep listening to these analysts try and call a top. Right now, we're trying to break through the 50-day moving average. We've still got the 200-day moving average up here on the S&P. This rally is not going to top until at least we tag the 200-day moving average, and I think there's probably even a pretty good chance we can go significantly above that. For one thing, most countries are not really planning on starting to reopen their economies until beginning of May, and it's probably going to be a rather slow process. So I would say, we're probably looking at mid to maybe even late May before things finally get fully open, and then we start to see, how much damage. Well, we know how much damage is done. We're going to see whether or not we can recover from it. I suspect politicians have so damaged public psyche that we'll reopen the economy, but people will just keep wearing masks. They're not going to want to get on an airplane. They're not going to pile into a movie theater or go to sporting events, and it's just going to take some time for people to recover from this massive scare that politicians have created, and so the economy is not going to jump back quickly, and then that's when we'll get our top, and then we'll start moving down as the market starts to price in and get a better grip of how long it's going to take us to overcome this, and then really get the economy started again. But right now, the market is anticipating reopening the economy. So it's just foolish to think that we're going to get any kind of significant top until after that happens. And like I said, that's going to start at the beginning of May, and it's going to be a process that's probably going to go through May. So, if you're listening to these people with, their technical, candlestick analysis, Elliott wave analysis, technical analysis, for why the market is going to top, quit doing that. This is not going to happen until sometime in May, maybe, outside chance, maybe even into June. We've got to get through this first daily cycle. And I don't really expect the first daily cycle, like I said, it's still pretty early. I don't really even expect the first daily cycle to top until we're well into, day 30 to 35. We're only on, I think, day 19 right now. So we got at least a couple more weeks before this daily cycle tops, maybe 3 weeks. And we'll get a corrective move down, and then we'll have another push higher. Maybe it makes a higher high, maybe it doesn't. It's going to be the second daily cycle where we top and then start to move down. into the next intermediate cycle low. So uh, again, you just have to quit listening to these people. They have no clue what they're doing, and they're going to get people short the market way too early. Personally, I think it's just silly to be shorting anything right now with central banks printing trillions and trillions of dollars in QE. And as I said in my last video, I think we've got a great trade coming in the metals soon. We're getting a small rally now. Maybe I'll do another video on gold here soon, but I'm covering it in depth in the nightly reports for subscribers. Um, and, we've got some potential right now, but I think that short-term potential. Once we get a real correction in the metals, I think we're going to be set up for probably the trade of the year in the metals market here in the next 2 or 3 weeks.